scenario, we could have all, you know, gone in, but it was really nice to be outside.
Yeah.
Great.
That's
So, it was great. There's another picture, it's all the weather is far away, but
It wasn't a sting.
Gotta appreciate
yeah,
it.
that's, people are like, it's early, I'm like, yeah, but how do you find a time that,
Gotta appreciate it.
Cardio thing today. Oh, it was quite a day. And then
Probably because it's
I think it's
and the bottle of olive oil.
So we kind of-
Is it karate?
Well, it hurts, but you can't do anything about it.
I mean, he was right to say it.
Broke his back.
20 years.
people coming into my exam.
qualified
Sit in a chair.
because they negate what they were sent out to do.
They're not
They
out of
love
state
what
and they
Yeah.
can't go out of state.
So he was all talking about how he's gonna
I know I must have told I couldn't eat it. It was my last day.
Well, I mean, people appreciate that.
They're all
Everybody puts it right.
So no girls.
That's how our family operates.
Not one or married to no. Everyone had,
I'm excited for her children, and hopefully they'll look the way she has it.
all the training, what you had to do, all that stuff. They were doing everything but
You know,
what
they
they
can
said.
go in January, so it gives us something fun to
I thought he
look
was
forward
more, I
to.
know that, but where it's
they,
at.
He ended up at, they ended up at Sunny and Gary.
He was hired one day.
Yeah, they made it as far as this chapel.
You know, Joe didn't have to spend much time.
how's my?
Up across 21. By the
Well, next year's.
Brook Farm, over the hill,
They
over where the
decorate
air
the
truck,
house,
I guess,
we've
up in
got
that area.
swags of evergreen.
He's not sure who's leaving, the goat or the dog, but it's here.
We did all the red away and
Not
just
like
leave
that.
it white lights
That kind of.
and evergreen stuff, so that's gonna really add a lot.
Beautiful, yeah.
So, we'll see. She wants it to be
And these big
cozy winter. Not, it's not.
Maybe I'm gonna dry it up.
Definitely not
I hear
Christmas Eve,
that was
January.
too cancer.
Beautiful with woodland, pine cones.
Yeah.
Yes, and in fact, Kaylin's got some of her things, we borrowed some of them from Casey.
I've had them.
So I love how people network with all that stuff. We borrowed, like, the shower looks so pretty, because we used chair covers from Nap, Kaylin's Nap. Base bridal shower, rather than, she had.
Interview?
Chair covers that we didn't have to,
Because I
spend any
couldn't
money
do
to
it all
borrow
at
them.
once. I had to pay tomorrow.
Oh, second.
She had a decent high rise. And about that, she was
Here for the.
getting rid of stuff to put it on market.
Well, I was gonna say, there are groups for bridals.
Okay.
I mean, even like reach out to Kaylin to find out what the groups are, because people share stuff all the time.
I mean, I'm used by so many people.
Yeah.
Especially like I'm not in last Jerry and Julie used it, Ryan, used it. Renata used it, just a bunch of people. Yeah. Round tablecloths. Yeah,
There's no tables on there.
You know, I thought about like, doing something like that, like at the library, that people borrow. It's one way to find out. You know, I don't know, if they would, like, you have to like make sure they clean them and return them nicely, but, and they are gonna get spilled on, so.
right, that's what I tell people when they borrow.
Yeah,
And like,
I mean,
even Luke, I don't know the Luke's families, and
no.
he's a good friend of Bennett. My nephew Bennett's woman, and Bennett was in his wedding, and his mom came over and used all of her stuff because they were getting the reception in the army. And he married a Mexican girl. Huge aunt. And she said, no, I'm gonna keep this care. She said, and she paid for it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Things like, yeah, that you should have spent on aprons, and she's like, they're getting barbecue, and we were paying it.
I know, yeah. They're not precious,
Yeah, no.
and they don't talked about you guys sitting in a box in your basement.
Mhm.
So now we have a lot of siege meetings at both class, if you know anybody who needs to be grad parties, I can't remember who, but when I graduated from high school, somebody had a wedding, and they had purple. Hi there. And Kim was my favorite color, purple, like is like purple, so we did purple for our grad party. And I had these fancy coffee purple, they were free, they didn't want them anymore, and then I passed them on to somebody who was having.
You can grab an agenda. All right, folks, it's 6:30, we're gonna call meeting order. Monday, September 22nd. Can we get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Herman.
Here.
Councilman Kramer.
Here.
Councilman Lonneville.
Here.
Councilwoman Faber.
Here.
Supervisor Johnson.
Here. And please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Real quick before we get into acknowledgements, I just wanted to see if I can get an approval to switch the order of resolutions here. I want to switch 3 and 4. So 4 needs to come before 3.
Make a motion to switch resolution to number 4.
Second. All in favor? All right, leading into our acknowledgements, proclamation for Library Card Month in September. Councilman Taylor, do you have any notes on that, or did you want to read the proclamation?
I can read it. 2025 Library Card Sign-Up Month Proclamation. Whereas libraries are foundational to education, imagination, and opportunity, offering everything from early literacy programs to digital tools that support lifelong learning and personal growth. Whereas libraries welcome all people, serving as inclusive and accessible community hubs that connect individuals across cultures, generations, and experiences. Whereas libraries curate collections and design programs that reflect the diversity of the populations they serve, ensuring equitable access to information, technology, and culture for all. Whereas libraries help individuals navigate life's challenges by providing trusted information, digital access, job search support, and connections to essential services. Whereas library resources help households save money, reduce waste, and make sustainable choices, all through the simple power of the shared public good. Whereas the library card opens doors to endless possibilities, from books and technology to lifelong learning and imagination. Now, therefore, let it be resolved that the town of Marion does hereby proclaim September as Library Card Sign-Up Month in Marion, and encourage all residents to sign up for a library card and explore the endless possibilities it offers.
Excellent. And Tracy, how are we doing this September?
Very well, yeah, it's been great, we've had a lot of people coming in, of course, I especially love when my kids come in and get their cards, but hopefully people will take advantage of that Stonehenge discount we get on Friday, so.
Okay. All right. Well, great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for submitting that. Okay.
I've got a couple more acknowledgements. First, I'd like to thank the Pioneer Gas Engine Club and the Central New York Garden Factory Pullers for putting on a great event for the weekend. And also the German Club, they serve food for the event, so that was a good fundraiser for them. And I'd like to thank Steve Tabor for getting the park ready for the event over the weekend.
Correspondence, we have in your packets the New York State Department of Transportation letter acknowledging the receipt of our safety study and to review it. And then there's also emails from Chris McKechnie regarding the risk assessment. We have all those. Anybody have any questions on those correspondence submitted into record? Leading into our discussions, number 1, risk assessment, Bonadio Group, Councilwoman Tabor.
Well, I wanted to follow up on the, having a discussion regarding the emails that Chris McKechnie sent to the board members regarding, the Bonadio group risk assessment and where we stand with reviewing it and that. So, because he has been, sending emails to us and he has questions, I felt it deserved an opportunity to be brought for a discussion. I know I shared with him in the email I responded back to that my one priority is in the last 2 years, having gone through the budget process, the fact that we haven't even started yet is a big priority for me to ensure that we get our budget passed. And while I think it doesn't minimize, I think, or make the risk assessment any less important or relevant, you know, but I think we have to prioritize things. So I just felt it was worthy having a conversation. Because I know it kind of gets a lot of traffic on social media.
Well, the main focus was the policies and procedures, which we've already implemented back up to Kathy for principal account clerk for payroll. And then the other major thing was that 2 people should be in the town hall at all times with the monies coming in. That's something that we will be reviewing in the budget process, because right now that's just not feasible with staffing. But that's something that's being looked at as we move forward into 2026. So, I mean, those were the two main things that came out of it, other than the fact that it just basically said it's the same thing that they see in many small towns.
The other
So they were common
Mhm.
denominators and all of that, so.
I checked with Kathy and she's going to training for accounts payable and payroll. And also she received a quote to add the fixed asset module for our program. So we can share information with the community that we are definitely checking into this risk assessment.
So, one of the first few pages of the risk assessment, there's a really nice 3-year breakdown that the Bonadio group puts in there for recommendations on how to tackle some of the findings in the report. And to Councilwoman Herman's point, you know, not everything needs to be tackled. There's not, you know, not every sentence has a problem or a solution needed. But they do put together kind of a really nice timeline of a 3-year layout of time frame to tackle some of these. This is a long-lasting, I would say, report that we need to implement into Marion government operations. To say it's as simple as we're doing this, check the box and move on would be an understatement. You know, some of the bigger items to the Bonadio group, like, you know, our cybersecurity or, you know, tech solutions, you know, we're gonna heed a lot of that with our new website, you know, being a more secure.gov website will help a lot with, you know, wearing off malware or spam or fraud, things like that, especially when we interface with the public. You know, another solution coming down, I just sent an email today for some ongoing, I know we talked about cybersecurity safety training, you know, where we go with that. I don't know if the board wants to implement a broader policy of annual training, if we want to bring someone in, a contractor. You know, there should be a hub somewhere available to our employees that they can access for refreshers on what do I do if I get a suspicious looking email, or where do I go, who do I ask, things like that. You know, Chris did send a lot of emails, you know, they're thorough, he asked a lot of good questions. I don't think we have all the answers at this moment, but we are working on some of the I'd say more broader issues of the risk assessment. But I just asked the board, you know, not to piecemeal it. I request that, you know, for example, tonight is the first time I'm hearing that my employee Kathy is going to any kind of training. So, you know, I ask that we don't go rogue and decide to do certain things and at certain times individually, and that everything is brought to the board, and so we can maintain and track the progress that we're making for the
Did you
report.
contact Kathy at all?
I talk to Kathy daily via email in the office. She's a subordinate. I shouldn't go up to her and say, hey, what, you know, are you doing training? That was part of the larger scale of, that is also my budget for all staff and even the board members, is to get a little bit more training and continuous education, in all of our jobs and what we do. That should be the standard across the board. So, that was my request, but to Chris's point, I don't think he's looking for a response per se. I think he's just looking to let us know that he's gonna be monitoring and keeping track of our discussions on it, and I can respect that.
Absolutely.
Any other questions on the risk assessment? Specifically the correspondence? Okay, number 2, library repairs, Councilwoman Tabor.
2, can we merge that with 6, because they kind of overlap?
Yep.
Okay. And we're on 6 too. So the library repairs were more, at the last Board of Trustees meeting that I went to for the library last week, I think it was. Tracy had sent an email bringing to our attention the shape of some of the signage that they have for the library that isn't easy to read and could utilize some repairs. And I know we've also talked about looking at the signage as it comes in to Marion. So I was thinking, might be an opportunity to put it on the table about what we wanna do about it.
Let me give you an update. So I met with Steve Shute, and we checked out all of the signage in Marion that he provided. Steve is preparing an estimate to repair, replace, or paint each sign. We will also add one new business sign out on Marion Walworth Road next to Chain Tree Drive. Steve will have an estimate for all of this in October. So that should satisfy all the signage in Marion. That'll give us a start point, and then we can go from there.
Do we do Tracy's at the library?
All of them.
Perfect.
Apart. He drove around, took pictures of everyone, he looked at everyone, and identified any problems that we had. So we're working on it.
Prior to any kind of, determination on final signage work, can we have a discussion, and I'll wait for the estimate to come in, but can we have a discussion on the placement of the signage coming into town?
We can do it, when he gets the estimate, we'll
Yeah.
talk about the whole thing.
Okay.
Because the one we were talking about, there's a Marion sign right there by Chain Tree Drive. We were thinking maybe a good place for that would be, I think on 21, it doesn't have one like that. Like that down there, and then put the business sign on, but that's all stuff we can talk about as we go.
Okay, number 3 and 4, Councilman Lonneville.
Yes, did we make the changes that we had talked about as a board on these 2 policies?
Yeah, so I can give you an update on both of these. Both these documents are a Word document that are on my computer at the office. I have had a problem getting the Access software key to access or do anything on Word on my computer for the past month. We're working on finding the software product key, so I can hopefully repurchase the Word software so I can work on my computer.
Okay,
So they're stuck there.
thank you.
And then number 5, update on Loopnet Wayne County Economic Development, Councilman Lonneville.
Yeah, I've seen that you were going to meet with Marion, the business owners, Dept in bringing new business into town, is that right?
The property owners,
Property owners?
yes, correct.
So, around Loopnet, I called Tom Savitsky, he's used Loopnet, or Loopnet. And he said it's very expensive and it didn't work for him. So I guess my question is, what can we do, or you do with the Wayne County Economic Development to help work with these people in town, to bring the business, new business into our community? I guess that's
What
where
is Loopnet?
it's up. I don't know, you have to have Summer, she put it out there. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I-
I didn't put it on the agenda for discussion, but I'll happily answer your question. Loopnet is a commercial and industrial site like Zillow, but for commercial and industrial sites, to publish either for sale or for rent spaces.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Go ahead.
piggybacking on the, support for businesses. I know that's come up in conversations I've had with residents, concerns that we could lose a couple businesses this year that are significant in the community. And so how can we offer more support as a community to the businesses? I know the, the Western Maine Chamber of Commerce, Keith Larwood is president of that. And he has expressed interest in, being willing to talk to the board on how maybe they can also be a support to the Marion community.
so currently, I talked to Keith the other night, currently, other than, I think, Sutherland Insurance before they moved, I don't even know if they were, we do not have many, if at all, Marion members of Western Wayne Chamber of Commerce. So I would have to say that'd be the first step, is join your local Chamber of Commerce for support. You know, as a municipality, public entity, we only can do so much in private enterprise. Back to the point of the Wayne County Economic Development, when I spoke to Tom on the phone, you know, we had a good conversation about his struggles, about the future, about the climate, what it looks like. You know, I'm a little taken back that someone who owns the amount of property that he owns can't afford $500 a month for proper advertisement online. We talked about that's his prerogative. As far as the Wayne County Economic Development, it is free. There is a form you submit, any property owner, building, rental space, business space, industrial can go on there, click the form, submit it, and they will advertise it for you. Currently, there is nothing in Marion that is advertised on the Economic Development page, which is sponsored by the Greater Rochester Enterprise, which is a huge conglomerate in terms of business development. So I encourage both Tom and Keith, when I talk to them from the chamber, to pull together resources and make sure that your buildings, your rentals, your spaces are in every available access point within the county, within Monroe County. And that would be a huge start. As far as like ideas, like Tom was really open to just keeping our ears open and sending people his way if we hear of any opportunities of anyone looking for a brick and mortar store. But other than that, that was my summary of talking to the people I talked to this past week on that.
Back in March, I sent you something from Livingston County. Do the counties do any networking? Does Tom have real good results in Livingston County? So like, does Wayne County talk to Livingston County to see what they're doing that might work to help us with the ideas?
Are you speaking in terms of like the chambers and like the business councils and things like that?
The economic development.
Well, so usually each county economic development, they do, there's a lot of piggybacking off of grants, there's a lot of, you know, programs that they share services for, but when it comes to each individual's catered business development plan, they keep that pretty close to the chest. We rely heavily on business councils and chambers throughout the county to do that work. And in my opinion, and this might be a little tough to swallow, but it's the truth, they don't do enough throughout the county. And I've shared that sentiment at the county level as well.
That's where I'm going. Thank you.
Any other discussions on that? Okay. At this time, I'd like to open it up to citizen comments.
Hey, actually two. It's my understanding there was supposed to be a resolution about the haunting being, the cemetery being used for the haunting. Is that true or no?
We discussed it at the last meeting, I believe.
Did it get taken care of? I guess I missed the last meeting.
A resolution for like approval?
Tom approved to use the cemetery for haunting.
The town's.
We talked, I thought we had a resolution.
Resolution.
We need a resolution.
I just.
Can we make government smaller and just?
Absolutely, but I know from that, you need a certificate of insurance,
Yeah,
correct?
of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
we'll get that to you, but
Yeah,
it seemed
we
to
need the
me,
certificate, but
Yes.
I think we all agreed it was not a problem at the last meeting, so
Right.
we're good to go.
our insurance renews right about that same time, we're in between. But also, thank you. I wanted to talk about, something exciting that the Marion Historic Association has done with their own bicentennial committee. This is within the association. We have printed with much work done by Teresa, bicentennial calendar for 2026. And it has a lot of the pictures that are most popular on our webpage, on our Facebook page. And this is gonna be selling for $15, and we're gonna debut it at the Fall Festival. So stop in and pick one up. If you're a member, you get a discount. So it is a good little fundraiser for us as well. So we just wanted to give you folks the heads up.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other citizen comments? Moving on to our resolutions. Resolution number 1, authorization to apply for the 2026 Youth Development Programming Funding Grant with the Wayne County Department of Youth.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution number 2, authorize hiring part-time cleaner.
Second.
Second?
Questions on the email? Did everybody see the email?
Yeah, thank you
Yes.
for changing your mind on the salary. Appreciate it.
All right, so we just need an amendment.
Make a motion to amend resolution number 2, wait.
Second. We changed that to 1650. Thank you. Now we'll get a long roll on the resolution number 2.
Councilman Lonneville? Yes. Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Lonneville?
Yes.
Councilwoman Taylor?
Yes.
Supervisor Johnson?
Yes. Okay, and I flipped the resolution 3 and 4, so we're gonna do resolution 4. Approve the proposed 2026 Highway Department Workforce Development Program.
Move.
Second?
Questions?
Yes.
Go ahead.
In talking with Deputy Superintendent of the Highway, Mr. Tabor, and the Union Electric Highway Barn, they're not really familiar with this program, and they're basically, they feel like they're being left in the dark about any knowledge of it.
Well, I don't know who you talked to, but the steward of the guys and the union rep were the ones who helped me form it. And we had the
I'm just
steward,
telling you what I went down to the highway barn and asked them personally because it was on the agenda and say, what do you know about this? And neither one of them had any interest in.
neither one who.
Steve Tabor and the union rep, Dave, DeRue. Steve Tabor, Deputy Highway Superintendent, and Dave
Yes.
DeRue, the union.
Mark is the steward this year.
So then Mark's not talking to anybody.
Then Mark's not
Nobody
talking to
knows.
anybody.
I asked the same question.
Because they're all standing there when I asked the
Nobody
question.
knows anything down there.
Well, I mean, we can get the union rep and Mark back in here, you know, to answer any questions.
Okay.
Adam, the rep, he did come in and present the board with a presentation as well. So,
That's just him.
well, with approval from the
Boys,
steward
we're
who
annoyed.
shares information with.
Evidently, it's not being shared even with the supervisor of the highway, the current supervisor of the highway. And then the other part of that, without having a contract, how does this fit into the bargaining unit contract as well? So, 3 and 4 to me, are together. That's-
Oh, no, they are. And 3, just to clarify, 3 is just the creation of it, not the hiring of. It's just the creation of that.
I mean, it's a great concept, don't get me wrong, I get it, from a hiring perspective. I just,
So are we gonna have the deputy highway superintendent, is he gonna grace us at a meeting to answer
That I
some of
can't
those
answer.
questions?
that I can't answer.
No?
I can invite him to make sure he's at the next meeting, but I physically stopped out at the job site where they're working the other day to ask these questions.
So the sentiment is they just need more information.
Before they give it the blessing, correct?
Okay. So,
And then as we read through the program, I have issues with the language when it, participant must commit to continued employment with the town of Marion for a designated period of time, e.g. 1 or 2 years upon receipt of their CDL. It's been my experience in most labor forces that doesn't hold up. You can write anything you want, you're not gonna be able to get blood out of the stone if they leave the employment. And I just wanna make sure that with this program, there is no promise and or guarantee of employment when they're completion, or if the employee thinks that we don't have an opening, we're not gonna create an opening.
we're gonna have 3 openings in 2 years.
But we're not there yet.
Well,
I
We're
don't-
gonna have
I
we're
don't
gonna have
disagree
a
with you,
big
but again,
problem next year.
you know, when I reached out, the questions to make sure everybody's on the same page and the same program and reading the same information, those two gentlemen told me to do not. And if the union rep, after the hourly level has changed, he was standing right there when I asked the question, he didn't acknowledge it.
So I'm happy to remove this off the agenda, but I'm not gonna put it back on until the deputy highway superintendent and or the steward
That's fine.
blesses it. If that's never, that's never.
I make a motion, we table resolution number 3,
No, remove please.
or remove, okay?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And let's do the same to resolution number 3.
Four.
Well, we just did 4. That was
No,
for
we
the
did number three.
workforce.
No.
Flipped it.
We flipped them at the beginning,
Flip
so.
them on.
Authorization to create the creation of 1 part-time non-CDL highway laborer.
I make a motion to remove it from the agenda, or from, yeah, agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And good luck. Resolution number 5, authorize hiring Ontario Tree for tree removal at the Marion Cemetery.
Move.
Second.
One roll, please.
Councilwoman Herman?
Yes.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Lonneville?
Yes.
Councilwoman Tabor?
Yes.
Supervisor Johnson?
Yes. Okay. Resolution number 6, pre-payment of claims.
Move.
All here?
Aye.
Do you need to make an adjustment?
Okay.
It's too late now.
Okay.
Resolution number 7, authorize special board meeting.
Move.
Can I ask what this is?
Jump on the budget, once you present the budget to town clerk, I'd like to have a board meeting to discuss the current budget for future budget of 2026. So I asked to put this on there. If I'm not mistaken, it is due to the clerk's office by the 30th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, don't look at it, I don't wanna wait till this October 5th or 6th.
Well, that's when it's legally due to you.
But it's not illegal to give it to me before that.
It's not, but having a special meeting to discuss it
That's why I put it,
is,
okay.
That's why we have a resolution, so
Right.
let's vote on it.
So can we have, can it be delivered to the board members on the 30th?
that's up to our town clerk and how she processes and if she's available and ready for that.
So it has to be presented at a meeting?
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's why we need to.
So then we can just have a
So it could be on the
quick
sixth,
session.
as Summer has indicated she'd like it on the sixth, but it might
Then we're
just,
gonna start reviewing it, and we haven't had a chance to look at it.
I'm just answering the question. But
No, she could send it to you, the first, second, third, fourth, like the tentative. Or or it has to be stamped before I send it to them.
It has to be
Yeah.
stamped before it's sent to them.
So October 6th being the first, advertised meeting would be the first impression of looking, reviewing the
That's
budget.
right. So what we're saying is we want it before that, so we can prepare for that meeting.
And isn't there a 10-day legal notice for a special meeting?
So I did look it up because I wasn't sure on the answer to that. It just says, notice must be provided to the news media, the public, and other instances, members of the town board. Open meeting law provides that the meeting is scheduled at least a week in advance. So if you schedule it now, you'd be within that week's time frame.
So, let me, just to clarify, so we want a special board meeting so we can sit here and you can take your time individually and review the
No,
budget?
a special
we
board
want
meeting so we can
Just
have
a
the,
different thing,
so we
like
can-
5 minutes.
Prior to the 6th.
so we can have a copy of the budget prior to the 6th, so that we can go through and review it, so that when we start the process on the 6th to review it line by line, we at least have had a somewhat look at it prior to that. I mean, honestly, when it comes to the budget, by this point, we've
been looking at it, we have some thoughts, we have opportunity up to this point to be able to have input of like, okay, this is our tentative, what we are looking at and things that we wanna change. At this point, if we don't get it until the 6th, we literally have 3 meetings before it has to be approved.
If we don't get it till the 6th, you might as well cancel any review it, because we haven't had a chance, then you can move the meeting. So what we're doing is gonna put it on this meeting, so we just hand us the budget, that's all we gotta do, and then we're out of here.
If it's not something you're willing to do at this point, then
It's not
that is
that I'm
fine,
not
we
willing
will
to
go
do it,
ahead and
but I
get
don't
it on
recall-
the 6th. I do not wanna have.
I don't recall doing this
about
ever.
it.
I don't recall doing it this way ever, that's why I'm questioning. Like, the past 3 years, 2 of which one I wish I participated in, and 2 years prior to that I sat here and watched as an audience member, I don't recall.
We've always had the
We've
budget prior to
always had
October
it
6th.
prior.
We've had it
Early September.
early September, we're normally a couple, this is my 4th year, so
So the resolution's on the floor, resolution 7, authorize a special board meeting for September 30th, 6:30.
Second,
You've already had a
Yeah,
motion.
we already-
all right,
Motion
so
and-
where are we going?
seconded.
Let's have a roll.
We don't need a roll, you guys can vote on it.
Okay, roll it.
Go ahead. I won't be here, but.
All in favor?
Go ahead.
So,
Aye.
I.
Will there be a budget?
Oh my God, yes, so
No, I just
much.
wanted to say, last year was involved in the process, the year before attended most of the budget meetings, and those were started in August. And I've had residents approach me saying, what is taking so long to get moving forward on the budget?
It's submitted to Kathy, it's done, the tentative budget is submitted to Kathy for final review. It's a union contract year. We had 4 requests for staffing and positions, okay? So, and I'm going through it very analytically, I got 5 years worth of budgets I'm reviewing and pulling the data. We have a new highway superintendent who's trying to get their say in there. These things take time. We'll have 5 budget meetings to review our budget, line by line, per Councilman Lonneville's request. Now, if that's not sufficient time, maybe we should consider not taking such a micro level approach to our budget, line by line. I'm just saying, we have 5 meetings. Last year, we held meetings through October. That's what we did last year. I don't see the urgency and concern here. So,
You don't, because you got it in your hand, we don't have anything.
well, the law dictates that, not me,
I think,
Councilman.
you just read it to us.
So, can we add a resolution for Halding and Hamlet to give them permission tonight, or do we have to wait till the next meeting? Can we add a number 8?
Or was just our verbal good
Yeah.
enough?
That was good.
All right.
Okay. So did that resolution pass? Okay, so like I said, you are all welcome to show up here on September 30th at 6:30 and town clerk can hand you her budget.
Thank you,
That's your prerogative.
appreciate that.
Any other additional citizen comments?
I'd like to add one new resolution to repair the kitchen sink plumbing at the town park pavilion. Based on receiving only 1 bid, I would like a resolution to hire Jim Burgio Plumbing to make the kitchen sink repairs for the amount of $1,150, coming from budget account number 1.071102.01.000.063. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second.
Second. What was the bid? We don't have the bid in front of us. Do you have it? Town clerk?
Yep, I got it. You've seen it, you've seen it, and that's why we had to go through the, there it is. That's why we had to put the RFPs in
When were these due?
Friday, last Friday, we only had 1 bid.
I think I need a copy of that resolution. Whatever you just said.
I'm not sure what all of them is.
If you could email that to me, would be great. So we're gonna earmark a resolution spend $1,150 with no account review, no nothing, just on the cuff. What was that account number again?
1.07110.2.0.
Is that coming under parks?
Yes. And then what it'll do is fund, if you move money from the unappropriated funds.
No, we need a resolution to amend the budget with that. We cannot do that without having that on the agenda and having the
Okay.
proper accounting done already.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll put it on.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I have a resolution for the next meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I put it back in there. Yes, yes. Any additional citizen comments at this time? Yes, sir.
I have a question. I sat here and listened to this discussion. I just want to make sure I understand. The board, some of the board members were saying they would like to see the budget before the first budget meeting, and that's not possible. Is that what the conclusion was?
No,
They're doing,
we're gonna see it because we're gonna have a meeting on the 30th. We voted tonight to have a meeting on the 30th.
Okay, but that was all what it was all about. You want to see the budget earlier, and that was why the resolution was necessary. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any other additional comments?
I had a comment on Nick. Actually, I was gonna hopefully, oh, sorry.
Hold on. Any additional citizen comments from citizens? Floor.
Thank you, sorry. I meant to sneak this in at acknowledgement, not sneak it in, but, I wanted to, take a moment to, speak about honoring the memory of Mark Reyes, who passed away last week. He was also known as Coach Dad. He contributed greatly to the Marion community. For example, Mark was a dedicated family man. He went above and beyond as a bleacher dad to many, supporting them, cheering them on, young people as they move through their recreation careers or experiences. And I just wanted to take this moment because while I don't know Mark well, he was a family man who made Marion a better place just by being by himself. He also started his coaching and sports interactions with the town of Marion, coaching soccer, baseball, basketball, getting things going, and then continue to carry his efforts on through the school programs and that. And I think for me, as I take a look at this, it speaks to conversations we've had where volunteers are so critical to the work that we do to keep the Marion community going. And that when you have someone that invests that time and then expands upon it, and I will just say from my perspective, the young people that I came into contact with that were so touched by his presence, I just wanted to share this quote that I came across. Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. It was attributed by Muhammad Ali. And the saying emphasizes that contributing to the well-being of others is a fundamental responsibility and a purpose for our existence on earth, giving our lives meaning and value. And I just wanted to take a moment and honor his legacy through the choices he made with his life. And, you know, and also keeping in mind what his family is going through, getting used to this new normal. It's a huge loss for the community, and I just felt it was important to bring it up with all the work we've done with Parks and Rec and for his involvement in it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Mark is a great guy.
With that, I need a motion to adjourn, please.
Make a motion?
Okay. We need to adjourn. Next one is September 30th at 6:30. Thank you. Everybody have a good night. Students, if you need signatures, just pop up and grab any board member.